Welcome back to the channel that's guaranteed to get the business handle y'all already know. I'm the host with the most, Timbo Slice, man. How y'all doing? Today, man, we got a special guest here, man. Her name is Miss Nellie Travis. Some of y'all might know her. She's a blues legend. I know every time, they play her music in the club, man. Yeah. The floor is guaranteed to get packed. And everybody, get out there doing their thing. You did. Yeah. I'm about to drop this link. And she coming in. She's the singer of hits such as Hey, Mr. Sexy Man, If I Back It Up, Baby Mama Drama, all the good stuff, man. Strong voice and all that. Okay, there go the link right there. When you come in here, Miss Travis, that's the link right there. Hit that link, and you know what I'm saying. It's gonna direct you to the studio, and it'll bring you up on the channel. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to Joe Helio, man. What's up, fam? What's up, bro? How you been? How you been, fam? Yeah, this woman is a real live legend for real. I'm talking about, like I say, when they play her music, it's on. But y'all that like blues, for y'all that like grown folk, you know what I'm saying, grown folk music. Yeah, it's a. Okay, here she go right here, y'all. Here she goes. Yeah, it's a salute. How you doing? Okay, here she go right here, y'all. Here she goes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, how you doing today? How you doing? Here she go right here, y'all. Here she goes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm kind of getting some.
How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. I'm hearing.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have another device on?
Another what?
Device. Yeah. Okay. Do you have another? Do you have another phone on or anything?
I don't have anything on but my computer.
Okay. Let me get the distortion. Or anything. Okay.
I don't have anything on but my computer.
Okay. Let me get the distortion. Or anything. Okay. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. Let me get the distortion. That's not on my. Hold on. It's not on my end. Let me see some. I'll be able to tell. It's not on my. Hold on. It's not on my end. Let me see some. Yeah, it's now, Miss Trav. I just muted your mic, so I don't know. It's on your end. You sure? Okay, hold on. Let me see now. I just. Do you have any? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Do you have any headphones or earbuds? Do you have any? Maybe that'll help. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Do you have any headphones or? Okay.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah. Okay. That's it right there.
Okay. I'm still hearing doubles.
Okay. You still hearing doubles? Yeah. Yeah. Come back in, Miss Travis. Let me see, cause I don't hear it on my end. Just hit the link and come back in if you don't mind. Let me check the. Okay. Audio. Everything's set right. Miss Travis, if you can, you come back in and try it. Cause sometimes it be messing up. So yeah, Jorgelio, yeah, we can't complain, brother. We gotta stay strong and keep pushing, keep moving. That's what we gotta do, you know. Okay, let's try this again. I tweaked the audio a little bit, so it might be better.
I'm thinking because I came in through that's here. It's the video that when I first came in with hold on. I don't want to click myself out again. This might be
I don't hear the noise anymore. Do you?
I'm hearing music.
You hear music? You,
Yeah.
you, do you?
This tab is playing audio. Okay, there's something. See what happened? I clicked before I clicked on I went through the the YouTube thing. Before I clicked on
Okay, did it redirect you? Did it redirect you?
Yes, and I clicked on that. So the
Okay, did it redirect you? Did it redirect you?
yes, and I clicked on that.
Cause I hear echo. I hear some
I do
echo.
too. This tab is using your camera or microphone. String is using the camera or your microphone.
Yeah, cause that's the application that we're on StreamYard.
Okay, so I'm looking at the Nellie Tiger Travis Live. Maybe I should delete that. If I delete that, I'm just gonna have to try to come back.
All right, come back. Yeah, just come back in.
I think that may have did it. It did. That was it.
Okay. Now that's it. That's it.
Oh, hallelujah.
Yeah, but you know what? I was just telling them it's a pleasure and it's an honor for you to be here. Cause for real, I mean, like when they play your music in the club, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna. I mean, the women definitely love your music, but the men too, especially like the Mr. Sexy Man, it make a man feel sexy, you know. But yeah, your music definitely gonna get the crowd on the floor. Let me
Well,
ask you
what's
this.
amazing is that all
Yeah.
of them claim to be the sexy man, and I don't tell them any different. They all are sexy men.
Yeah. That song now, you know, for me and it boosts, you know, it'll make you feel like you've been drinking pretty good, you know, it'll make you feel sexy. Yeah.
And it make women feel good. It make women feel good about their sexy man, you know. A
Yeah.
lot of them sometimes get a little cocky. That's my sexy man. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to get with him. I'm just singing a song.
Yeah. So how long have you been singing?
Forever. I
Okay.
started in church at the age of 5 that I can remember. It was probably earlier than that. But professionally, now I'm on October 2nd, I'm celebrating 35 years in the industry.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. And where did you get your I done a little research, right? I knew your music, but I didn't know your whole story. But so where did Tiger Bell, that was your label?
Well, once upon a time it was, but I never registered it. So
You never
I have another label now, but I never registered it. I put it out because I was always talking about Tiger because where my cousin gave me the name Tiger. And
why they call you Tiger?
well, we were having an issue once. I was singing at a club, and it was two clubs like California from each other, one on one side of the street and one on the other. And everybody, that's when I was living in Chicago, and everybody had a stage name, and I didn't. It was just plain old Nellie. And I'm like, we need to get me a name because Chick Rogers, hers was Melvia Chick Rogers Williams. Then you had Big Time Sarah and Bunny Lee, just people that didn't use their regular names or they had a flavor to their name.
Right.
So we were sitting across the street at the other club on break one night, and we're sitting up saying, okay, we got to come up with me a name. It was my cousin and a few other people. And I said, well, what about Neviel? I wanted to do something French just to make up something, not
Yeah,
even know if it's a term or not. But they was like, well, that's pretty cool. And they was shooting some more out there. And I said, uh, what about Angel? They was like, oh no. I'm like, why? I mean, I'm an angel.
yeah,
But they was like, no, well, that don't fit. And my cousin all of a sudden he said, I got it. He said, Tiger. He said, because either way you put it, it's NTT or TNT is dynamite. And that was it. And
yeah,
ever since then, I used it. And for one while, I actually thought I was a tiger because everything that I bought at home was like a jungle, you
yeah,
know. And people was always buying me tigers, seriously. But
yeah.
that's how that happened.
That's all right. Your cousin gave you the name,
Hmm.
and you ran with it. You was in Chicago.
I was in Chicago then, yes.
What part of Chicago?
Southside.
South Side. I
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I actually stayed out south, but only a year. I stayed out there a year.
I was in Morgan Park.
Okay, yeah.
Hmm. But
So
I've only been here a year
where you at now?
in Atlanta.
You like Atlanta?
A lot better than Chicago now. I was just destined to get out of Chicago. I used to visit my mother in Chicago, and it was never my favorite place then. And I ended up staying there over 20 years. I don't know how. I ended up buying a house and everything, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but Atlanta is much better. The
Well,
music scene,
it
I know the
is.
music scene is a lot better.
Chicago music scene was off the chain because that's what, landed me in Europe and, a lot of European gigs and out of the country stuff. But it's just a different city. Like I said, when I used to visit my mother, I was scared of the place. It was just a lot of times when it's too many of us in one little huddle, it can be problems.
Yes, yes, definitely.
So I never really liked it, but I ended up staying there because I got more into the blues than Southern soul. Because I was doing blues growing up in Mississippi. My grandmother was an evangelist, and it wasn't no such thing as no blues or none of that in her house. We used to be under the bed singing and listening to stuff. We used to be under the bed playing cards,
You, yeah, yeah.
the stuff we weren't supposed to do. But it's I like Atlanta. It's a lot to do, a lot to get into, and my purpose for coming here was that. And after the pandemic happened, it kind of changed things and kind of set things back. But I'm still pushing on.
That's right. And you said you had gigs over in Europe.
Oh yeah, I did Europe last on 2019, October 2019. I did Finland, Denmark,
Wow.
Sweden, and Greece. But I did that Greece gig. I did. They brought me back because that was my 20th gig in 20 years that I had been going to Greece.
Okay.
So, so Finland and Denmark and Sweden, 2019 was the first time I did either one of those countries. But it was awesome. It was just awesome.
What's your favorite European country?
Oh God, Japan. I
Did
don't know.
you,
That's Japan was. I don't know if that's Europe. Yeah, that's Europe too, isn't it? I ain't been,
well,
but anyway,
it's
Japan was my favorite because the people were just so, 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 so lovable. They have such a great respect for your craft. They shower you with gifts and they feed you sushi. Sushi. I didn't do a lot of sushi. I was just, they had to feed me lamb chops. I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know that Japan loved
Oh my
the
God.
blues like that.
They
Well,
do a
I
festival
know
there.
I watched I don't watch documentaries on the blues because I love the guitar. Can't play it,
Hmm.
but I love it. I just love guitar riffs. But
Yeah.
so I did I watched documentaries on it, and I know that they love the blues over there
My, my, my.
yeah, in like England and
All of Europe, all
yeah,
of
yeah,
England, they have so much respect for it more than we do. It's our culture. It's our. I don't want to hit on blues. I mean, it probably depresses people. I can understand, but it is what we are.
right.
That's what we are. And I
Well, you
did that for years in Europe. I mean, for some since the early '90s, since I moved to Chicago, and somebody in Chicago was supposed to do a gig over there, and they didn't show up, and they called me, and I was scared to go. It was my first time ever going to Europe. And I'm like, I'm not going by myself. It's like, no, Nellie, we take care of you. We take care of you. And they did. I did a 28-day tour in Greece.
Wow.
And like about 6 years ago, I did a 26-day tour in France. I mean, even like they got country parts in France, just like country in here,
Right.
but it's just amazing. And to see how people react and how they love you. Those people treated me like I was a Tina Turner or Janet Jackson. I mean, really, and it just floored me. And I love them. I mean, they just great people all around.
Right. That's amazing. That you doing something that you love to do,
Hmm.
and it done took you, all
It's all a
across.
blessing.
Yeah, that it definitely is. Can I, uh, Miss Coco Taylor?
Hmm.
I read that she was your mentor.
Hmm. Coco
How
was
how
my
did that
mentor, my
how did that come
friend,
about? Yeah,
my mother. Well, when I move places, I move places to move. You know, I just started going out and hanging out, around them and stuff. And Tyrone Davis, all them cats, I just started hanging around them, and they were putting me on every show just about. I wasn't getting paid, but I didn't care at the time. I was trying, that was my strategy for,
yeah. I
for
wouldn't
moving.
I wouldn't have cared either.
Right.
You
And
know.
with Coco, we became close. I started hosting things at her club. And my mother, actually, when my mother passed away, she I was performing at Coco's banquet hall on New Year Eve, and my mother dropped dead at my feet, and my
Wow.
and Coco kind of like took me on as a blues daughter. We were knowing each other long before that, but after that, she just, it was just a lot that she taught me about the industry and stuff. She was a good girl. That was
Yeah.
my girl.
Yeah. And you
Hmm.
you you also performed at her funeral, right?
I did. I did. Actually, I was recording in Texas, and I had another day. I went and finished my recording. I left the day after she passed, and so they had her repast and everything. And at the repast, I was able to get back. I finished this. I did a song. I wrote a song because we had time, and it just came to me. Coco will forever be the queen of the blues. And I got back. I got there to be there for the repast, and Jesse Jackson was officiating the repast, and they played the song, and everybody was amazed. It kind of brought a lot of tears to everybody's eyes. But it's amazing that I never wrote a song that quick ever. But I wrote that, and then the next day I did. I was, basically conducting things too, and doing the did her funeral and did her number one hit song, Wang Dang Doodle, along with a lot of other females in Chicago.
Yeah. Okay. When it comes to writing, uh, do you write all of your songs, or do you write a big portion of it, or like if
Well,
you if you
I have songs that I've written that I haven't recorded. It's so much other stuff I have to do, and I don't have time to write, but it's so in my heart. But I have to catch it when I catch it, because if I sit down and try, it just don't come to me.
right?
Most of the songs that I sing were written by Floyd Hamblin and produced by him. But Floyd writes according to my conversation, because he knows me. I've been knowing him since the 90s and
Okay.
recording with him since the 90s, since I moved to Chicago, actually. So he pretty much knows what to write for me. And that's why the songs are so great for me.
Yeah, because they some powerful songs, and like I said, a lot of the women the it hits home. I'm talking about it hits home to 'em, with them. So you performed on Jimmy Fallon too, right?
I
On the
did.
Jimmy Fallon show
That was a
with the
blessing from the
Roots,
sky, baby.
with the Roots.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
how did that come about?
Well, they had a segment, I understand, where people send songs in that you shouldn't play anymore because they were bad songs. And somebody sent my song in. I still don't know this day to who it was.
Yeah,
And I never watched the Jimmy Fallon show until then. And I wasn't watching it then. My cousin calls me and she goes, "Hey, cuz," she's like, "You on TV?" She said,
Yeah,
"Jimmy Fallon got your picture." I'm like, and me, dummy, I go, "Oh, they can't do that. Ain't nobody said nothing to me about no money." I'm not even thinking. I'm just crazy. And
yeah,
then it dawned on me. I'm like, this girl just said Jimmy Fallon, and it took me a few minutes to turn the TV. This is how silly I was.
yeah.
So when I turned the TV on, I was like, oh. So then my girlfriend, one of my white girlfriends in Chicago, she said, "Nellie, we're gonna get you on there." So we just flooded the emails, and I mean, we just basically broke the email, and they didn't have a choice but to call me in. So they called me in, and when they called me in, I wouldn't tell anybody. I said, "No, I'm not gonna do it. I gotta wait." I said, "Because they might change their mind. I'm gonna wait till they get my plane ticket."
Right.
Baby, they got that plane ticket. It was on and popping. Now I'm just walking all the way across the floor, not knowing what to do, not even knowing who to call and tell.
Yeah.
So when I got, well, when he made a statement about the song, man, saying that it sounds like Gladys Knight, which was one of the greatest compliments of my life.
Right.
And when I went there, the Roots, they was like, he just went on in the room. They started playing. I started singing. They looked at me like, "That's what I'm talking about. You're a pro." I'm like, okay. So after that, I sat in and performed with them, and it is the ultimate of my life right now.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie,
Hmm.
you got a strong voice. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
now that particular song, right? Um,
Hmm.
when you do your live concerts, is that like a big that's a big request?
They don't even request it. They just wait. They already know it's coming.
Yeah.
They already know it's coming. I'm gonna tell you, I tried something one time. I think probably a couple of years ago. I said, I got through doing Bag It Up. I said, "Thank you guys." I said, "I love you all." They was like, man, they was throwing paper and everything on the stage. I said, "Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding."
yeah.
So because I hadn't did Sexy Man, but all they have to do is hear that lick. That's all they
And that's
gotta
a
do.
bad. And who you say? Okay, and who you say do your production? What's his name?
Floyd Hamberlin. He lives in
So
Chicago.
he produced that one.
Oh, yeah, he's produced every record I did except for my new song that came out, Amnesia. I produced and wrote that one.
Okay.
Um, I got Amnesia. It's on YouTube. I dropped it a week ago. Just trying something. It was an
Yeah.
older song, but I wrote it, and it's pretty much of a heartfelt song too. I'm really good with ballads, but I don't do a lot of ballads because I know people like to dance.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing a ballad CD.
That'll be good.
Hmm.
Cause you with the voice you got, I mean, you very versatile. Cause
And
I
I'm
check,
pretty sure in the next 2 minutes somebody's gonna do that. As soon as they see me say this on this video, that's what Southern Soulers do. They stereo.
yeah,
I
they
sit
do.
there saying I'm gonna do a ballad CD. Sometimes you have to keep things quiet because people try to get ahead of you, which is so sad. But I'm just speaking my truth. But
Right,
anyway, that's not gonna be effective to me because, like I said, I'm a balladeer as well.
right.
So
What's out of all the songs that you have done, right? What's your favorite song? I'm talking about the one that really, you know, that really
my
touches you.
favorite song of all of my albums is well, I got Amnesia is one of them, but my favorite one is "Wanna Be With You," which is the title of the title of the Bag It Up album.
Right.
"Wanna Be With You."
What
Yeah.
makes that your what makes that your favorite?
Well, I just kind of felt it. It was nothing that I did because in the song it states that I'm basically out with the guy and I just gotta have him in spite of the fact that I have a man at home. And
Okay.
um and it's just heartfelt, and it's like it's one of those things you just get caught up in. I never experienced that, only with singing it, but I can just visualize certain
Right.
certain songs and I just have the spirit for it.
Do you okay, let me ask you this. Do you think it's possible for a woman to have a man at home though, and but her heart be with another man?
Not in my
Like,
life.
Yeah, but
Not in my life, but people, women do. And I say not in my life because I've had longevity relationships, and I've always got in a relationship to be with that one person. I
right,
got a blues song I wrote called "I'm One Man's Woman," and it's just that it don't work out because they're doing what the song says. They feel like they got to have another woman, and I got a problem with that. I don't have a problem with you having a woman, but I have a problem with knowing that you do. You understand what I'm saying? If you're not big enough to take care of your shit, I'm sorry.
and now you,
But if you're not big enough
you,
to
yeah,
to to take care of your stuff and have respect for your wife, then that's a problem with me. And
right,
I've only been married once, and do I want to marry again? Yes. But I can't do that one. It's gonna have to be about me and you, and not me and us, me and them.
right.
I've never been a cheater. I'm a Southern girl, and my grandmother raised me in church, so I don't. I guess that has a lot of the bearings on me being an old fashioned girl, old school girl. But I have no regrets about it at all.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But so you say your grandmother was a minister, right?
Yes, yes,
And when she found out, was she still living when you started singing the Southern Soul and the blues?
yes, Lord.
What?
And every week she would call me and say, or when I would call her, "You calling me? You finna tell me you gonna stop singing the blues?" I said, "No, Mama." I said, "I'm not doing anything wrong." I said, "I'm administering to people. They're enjoying, because older people, they got brainwashed a lot, sadly to say. They were brainwashed a lot about different stuff and misunderstood about certain things,
Right,
because what they were misunderstood about is that you're not sinning because you're singing. They were hollering secular music, and this was what the enemy put in their heads.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It was what the enemy did. So they didn't understand that, but I always told her with ease that no, Mama, I'm gonna still sing the blues. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not committing a sin or a crime.
That's right.
And it's pretty amazing because there was a young lady once. She was trying to get to me in Jackson, Mississippi, and the security wouldn't let her by. I said, "Let her through." She was like, "Mister, I got this. I got to tell Miss Travis. I got to tell her." So she came over there, and I'm like, "How are you?" We introduced ourselves. So she said, "Miss Travis, I got to tell you though." She said, "I love that song. You gonna make me cheat?" She said, "You made me cheat on my husband." I said, "No."
Yeah,
I said, "No, no, it wasn't me. Wasn't me."
yeah.
I said, "It's just a song. Let's not get it misunderstood."
You know what? Most ministers they gonna say that like singing the blues, they gonna say that it's wrong, But when you listen to the blues, even if like the person that's singing the blues, even if that's not their story, you know
See,
what I'm saying? But that's
and
somebody.
blues was derived from gospel.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
But
It's
they didn't understand that. That's why I say I don't. It doesn't bother me that they did. I just hate they didn't understand. But whatever their understanding was, it was their understanding.
right,
But blues was derived from gospel, and blues is that's our soul. So
exactly,
when people sing the blues, that they sing that to keep from hurting because they was in slavery for so
exactly.
many years, and that was painful. So you had to do something to try to get it out of your mind. And as a result of that, I see people try to take over it now, like
Yeah,
everything we've ever owned. And that I don't like. I'm gonna be a diehard blues and diehard black all my life, and nothing will ever change that. People have said, "Are you and blonde? Hey, you think you white?" That ain't what I'm trying to be. I'm just being cute, and you don't like
yeah.
it. But
You,
yeah, it's a heartfelt thing with blues, man, and it goes back centuries, centuries.
and you know what? You definitely right. Blues definitely derived from gospel,
Hmm.
and back in the fields, way back. I'm talking like during slavery. That's what they would do. They would sing out to God. Those spiritual hymns. They would,
Yes.
yeah, because like they working from sun up to sundown. going
I
in.
did it. I did
Yeah.
it.
And blues telling you the other side of that coin. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
gospel was always you always singing out to God saying help us, but blues talk about that other hurt. Blues talk about like when a man come in and his wife got her legs in there with another man or vice versa, or I want to slap your weave off. When you want to slap like you want to slap her weave off because what she was fooling with your man. See,
Right.
see, blue. Now for real though, blues
Yeah.
is telling somebody's story. That's why when certain blues songs come on in the club, somebody gonna say hey, and they gonna throw their hands up in the air
And
because
you
they
know
feel that
what is
song.
similar, what is just it reminds you of that too is country music. I grew up listening to country music. And it's about the same. It tells a story like just it's just amazing how you tell a story where it makes sense. You be like, you be to visualize the whole thing going down the road,
Yeah,
you know? And that's the way blues is. And people, that's why I say there's nothing wrong with other people doing the genres of music. It's something I feel wrong with it when they try to take over it and change it. There's no such thing in this world called rock music. Somebody have called it rock. I mean rock blues. No such thing. Blues
yeah,
is blues. Blues is the heartfelt stuff that our ancestors had to go through, had to struggle through, and try to pray that a better day would come.
you right.
You know the story of Leadbelly. If you never heard of it, Leadbelly was a guy that used to play the guitar, and they put him in prison because he didn't want to play for their. They kept telling him to stop playing his guitar, and he didn't want to stop. So they put him in prison. So every time they had a big event, they go and get him out of prison and let him play.
Yeah,
Read the story of Leadbelly, yeah.
I'm gonna
But
definitely have to check that
a
out.
lot of that stuff, if that a lot of people in the Southern Soul don't know anything about, you know, and it gives you mentally with you knowing the blues, it gives you some sense of writing, some sense of understanding, some sense of hit records. You
Right,
know, if you just pay attention to it, yeah.
you're definitely right. Yeah, but I love the blues. I never liked country that much. The only country song I like is Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey. I
Tennessee
love that song.
whiskey. Yeah.
Look,
Well,
that's my
I grew up I like country music, not all of it, but I was listening to a song once, Leanne Rhymes, I think. I Hope We Dance, and Gladys Knight covered that song too. She recovered that song. But it's if you think about it, and it's a happier blues. You know what I'm saying? It's a happier blues.
yeah,
But I mean, any music, it makes the world go round. Whether because I see a lot of like Bonnie Raitt is straight blues. She just don't know it. She's blues country.
yeah.
You know,
See
if
that
that's a
that's
term.
see the with country music. That's what I don't like. I don't like the yoing 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 the yoing. That's what I don't
Took a
like about it.
long time to
You
leave me
yeah,
here still.
yeah. If they didn't have that aspect
But
of
see,
it,
I
I
guess
could
because I grew up in the country, I like that twang. It's just something
do
about it.
you.
Yes, I do. I do. I
Okay.
like country. Well, see, I think that what happened to me was growing up, we didn't have well, we had one radio station, it was country, and we had one TV station, it was always Jim Baker.
Yeah.
So and my grandmama, he got away with some my grandmama money too. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I remember Jim.
yeah, and Tammy Faye. Oh my
I
God,
ain't
we
lying.
used
I
to
remember
watch
them.
them on a regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of like didn't have a choice but to listen to country music, but a lot of it I like. And I said I wanted to do a country. I got one a country
That
song on the Sexy Man album, but
that's what I was just about to ask you. Would you consider doing a country album?
I would.
You
I
would?
mean, I'm country anyway.
Yeah.
Now, if I move to LA, then I talk like the LA, like the Californians do.
Yeah.
And when I'm in Mississippi, I talk just like I did when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
So what's the Darius the black guy used to be with Hootie and the Blowfish. He
Darius
sing
Brooks, no.
Darius something. He sing country. He used to
Oh,
be
I know who you're talking about.
and now he can I ain't gonna lie, he can sing. He can literally sing. He blows, but it's just I just have a hard time with the twang. But now like
Well,
Chris,
Charlie Pride did it forever.
yeah, Charlie Pratt. Now, one of my uncles, he loved Charlie Pratt, love him.
I did too.
Chris Stapleton though, now
Bad
that
boy.
that white boy
Yes,
and that song, whoever wrote that song,
he did.
oh, he wrote okay. Well, he did a good
Yeah,
job. I'm
yeah,
not gonna lie, he
yeah.
did a yeah.
And
Um,
I've heard of awesome. Oh man, I've heard so many remakes of it that are just
yeah,
Kiki Wyatt.
yeah.
Oh my
I
God,
heard
she
Kiki's too.
slammed that. Omar Cunningham, he slammed it.
Yeah,
And some people need to leave it alone.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you see, I didn't try. I probably could have did it, but
Nah,
I wasn't gonna do it.
you could do that. You could do it.
I would have to do it my way because I don't like the reason. See what people don't understand. You can't. It's not gonna work with you trying to sing just like a person. You got to establish it your way.
That's
Spend
right.
a lot of my nights out in the bar room. I could have did it,
Yeah,
but it
you
was just when people flooded like that, I just stay away from it.
yeah
Hmm.
you you just mentioned Omar, like who like I know Coco, you know back in the day I know
Hmm.
they were like mentors and Tyrone them you know you was
Hmm.
but like on today's scene Southern Soul and the blues coming up. These new guys coming up, new female coming up. Like, give me a name of a male and a female that you like. You know, like what they doing.
Well, Omar works really hard. He's a goat for real. He's got so many songs that people have recorded for him. He's a rich undercover brother. I hope you're listening, Omar, because he
Oh,
gonna curse me out.
hold
But
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Pause. When you say undercover brother, what you talking about? He's undercover rich.
no, I'm just kidding. I don't know how much money he got, but I'm saying how much music he got out there.
Oh, he got
He's
yeah,
got a lot of music. I ain't mean to say undercover brother like that. I have to be careful what I say. But
yeah. Cause so
you were
she
like,
wasn't
wait a
saying that.
minute. No, 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 it's not like that. He's got a beautiful wife. But
Okay,
anyway, he does a lot. He write a lot of songs for people. Oh my God, I did a song for him this past February. My babe, it's really a nice song, and everything he writes is a hit, no doubt. I have not seen one that wasn't. So I admire his fraternity, you know, as far as his pushing, and Big Rob the same way. Female, I see me humping a lot. I don't know. I don't see the movements of people really. I just see them. I mentioned Omar because Omar and I talk on regular basis,
right.
occasionally. But I mean, I see a lot of females that are coming up and doing their things. You know, like Westlove. That girl is tough.
Now
You gotta
West
Google her.
Love, you know what? I just heard of her.
Hmm.
Like I didn't even like a month ago. I think that was
Hmm.
my first time hearing. And she blow, she blow.
Oh man, she got it gospel. She got it blues. She got it any way you want it. And
Yeah,
Karen Wolf is stretching out. You know, Karen's been out a long time too. She actually was backgrounding for Denise LaSalle for a long time. Sheba Potts, well, I would say Karen, Sheba Potts, and Miss Jody's still doing her thing. It's quite a few of them out there that are humping. You know,
yeah,
I just know one thing about me. I'm the hardest working woman in show business. In show business, your business, every business.
yeah. That's what's up. And you know, cause they said you get out of it what you put
That's
into it.
it.
So you know, is you doing the right thing? You know, cause like
You
I say,
definitely can't get nothing out if you don't put nothing in.
yeah. And you know, out of all the women that you named, like you know, I'm here in Mississippi, so I'm in
Mhm.
Jackson, Mississippi. So
So much talent in Jackson. I did a
y-
song with Adrena. That's my girl too. It's just so many of them. Summer Wolf. I can't. I ain't gonna start naming because I'm gonna forget somebody. But
yeah,
a lot of them are. You know, this pandemic brought a lot of grind out of people, and then it gave a lot more opportunities to the females that haven't really been gigging, and I'm happy for that. It's
that's right.
just good to see that because it's giving them it's giving them a chance to hump. You
That's right.
know, now they see how this thing really is. You know, a lot of them would sit back over the years and complain and say, "Oh, Nellie's on all the shows and da da da." The Bible tells me that your gift make room for you. You
That's
understand me?
right.
So when it make room for you, and you can't get it if you don't go get it. And sometimes, like in Whitney Houston case, it was just right there for her. It was a blessing for her. It's been a struggle for me. Nothing has been easy for me, and it's not going to be easy for them as well. I mean, I would pray that it would be. I mean, because anytime, if it's anything I can help them with or do, I let them know that. But one thing I do not do, and it's just me, you know, a lot of people have asked me to be on a CD with them, you know, to do a song with them. And I don't just do songs with everybody because it's got to be beneficial to us both in some kind of way.
That's right.
So I just try not to, you know, do that. And I hope they understand that.
Well, at the end of the day, they gonna have to they're gonna have to understand it. But you know what? Out of all of those women you just named,
Mhm,
when I'm talking about the songs when they play the music in the club,
mhm,
your songs,
mhm,
and I ain't gonna lie, Miss Jody's songs,
mhm.
you know, now those songs gonna get the floor like, you know,
Oh yeah, popping.
yeah, they it's I'm talking about, you know, but I salute all them women you just named, but now a couple of them I don't even know.
Really?
I don't, now for real though,
Well,
I
like I
just,
said, a lot of them are just coming out, so hopefully
yeah,
they'll be making their waves. You know.
yeah, yeah, and that would, yeah, that'll definitely be a good thing.
One thing about it with all of them that's coming out, they got to wake up in the morning, breathing, sleeping, eating, and drinking their music. You know, to go to a better space. I'm gonna tell you, like I said, I did a lot of shows and didn't get a dime. And I been involved me in the prettiest dresses, and people think I was really doing. They thought I was really getting paid money. I wasn't getting a dime. But to be on a billboard with Liv Milton, to be on a billboard with Tyrone Davis, to be on a billboard with Johnny Taylor, who should have been my baby daddy, to be on to be
You
on a
like Johnny?
billboard with
Johnny
Clarence
was a bad,
Thompson.
yeah. Johnny
Oh
was a
my
bad man.
God.
Yes,
My mother, my mother, rest her soul, was so in love with Johnny Taylor. Every time I would go to visit her in Chicago, my grandmother raised me in Mississippi. I go to visit her, all I hear is Johnny Taylor. Stop dogging me around. She went through some stuff with
yeah,
guys too. You know, she had some tumbles in relationships, and she would listen to that and steal away and all the Johnny Taylor stuff, and I got hooked on it.
yeah,
I sure did. And when I did the show with him at the Regal in Chicago, oh my God, it was just a thing. And Tyrone was my buddy, man. All them guys, just me being me. I ended up knowing all of them, and all of them gave me advice. Just wonderful. You know, like I said, you have to get out there and hump because it ain't gonna come to you. If it
right,
come to you, you're blessed. That's all
right,
I say.
right. Uh, and we got the living legend still out there too. Bobby Rush.
Oh yeah. Now
Yeah,
that's the guy of all guys. He's so kind. He's so humble, just like me. You know, we be taught that a lot too. But that's the man there, and he's finally getting his accolades. You know,
yeah,
and more accolades, but he's getting what's important now with your Grammys.
yeah. And you
Mhm.
know what? A lot of people don't know this. Mississippians got more Grammys than any other state.
For real.
Yeah,
Now that I
literally,
didn't know.
literally. I learned that fact about maybe a year or two ago, about a year and a
That's
half ago.
awesome.
Mississippians got more Grammys than any other state.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can
That's
Google that.
amazing.
You can literally look that up, and
And
it's
I
a
believe
fact.
that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately for us, they're not all the same color. I'm pretty sure that is probably like a 80-20% thing, but that's good for the state itself.
yeah,
You know, it's good for the state. That's awesome. That's good to know.
yeah. I mean, when I first found it out, it shocked me. But
Hmm.
then I thought about it. I mean, a lot of talent do come out of Mississippi, though. I
Of
mean,
course.
yeah, yeah, a lot of talent.
Because even a lot of people that maybe have passed away or something, I'm like, I didn't know they was from this side. You know, you think that they're from California because that's where they live. You never just
Right.
even think about it. But of course, a lot of talent from basketball to you name it.
Football.
And even if they put them down to say, oh, they're from Chicago, they migrated.
Yeah, exactly.
They
Exactly.
migrated from the South. And that's what the whole Chicago is just a big, big Mississippi. I used to say that all the time.
And it really is. I promise you,
Hmm.
you go to Chicago, it's so many people. Because just like what you just said, the Great
Hmm.
Migration, when the Great
Hmm.
Migration happened,
Hmm.
a lot of people were leaving from down south, going up north, for better opportunities,
For
right?
better opportunities, yes.
Right. And so, yeah, most of them got their roots in Mississippi, you
Hmm.
know, or Tennessee, you know.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Southern,
Yeah,
Southern state.
definitely from the south.
Hmm.
Um, so you said, how long did you stay in Los Angeles when you was out there?
I did about, what was it, 6 years, 6 or 7 years. I was out there during the Rodney King riot.
Oh, you were?
Yes.
Did you get a chance to see
Yes.
some of the I can imagine. I saw it on TV,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, on the music, because let's go back to what your grandma was saying. She was saying like the
Uh-oh.
music.
You're gonna have to give me a minute. I gotta get my charger. My computer is trying to shut down on me.
Okay, go
I am
ahead.
so sorry. I'm sorry.
No, no, no,
No,
no.
no,
Go
it's
ahead.
not.
Salute to the chat, man. Yeah, King Brian Nellie is definitely a legend. For all y'all that don't know who she is, man, go check out, man. The link's gonna be in the description. Check out because she is definitely a legend. I mean, she been doing this for a minute, and she got hits out there. So y'all go check out. Yeah, y'all. I'm telling you, y'all will definitely enjoy her music. For you ones that didn't hear, King Brian, you said you know about a King Brian. And like I said, it's a pleasure and it's an honor for me to have her here interviewing her too. Salute to the lovely Miss Mimi Slice, Delana Johnson.
I am so sorry.
No, 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 you good. You
And
good.
then the thing about it, I ran in there to get the cord, and it was right here. I just panicked. That's all. But we're back on. I
Oh,
apologize to the listeners and the lookers
yeah,
and the
no,
and the hookers.
you you wow. You wow. But
Oh.
but so okay, back to the music, right?
Hmm.
So your grandmother was like, she was a, and let me tell you something. I was raised by my grandma, and
Okay.
anybody, yeah, and anybody would tell you, she when it came to Jesus, yeah, you don't play with her Jesus.
No,
I'm
no,
telling
no.
you. So I know exactly what you're saying because she would
Hmm.
like my grandma would literally Sunday morning she had a boom box and she would raise the window up. There's no lie. She would raise the window up and turn her boom box up, playing gospel. I don't want no peanut butter and jelly. Those old gospel songs, and
Yeah.
just But well, I'm getting to this point right here, right? So,
Hmm.
what do you think about the music? Like you was in Chicago,
Hmm.
they got something out there called drill music, and
Dreidel.
drill, DRILL. It's
Really?
rap. It's rap, but it's just murder and gang banging in the rap.
That what they call it? Drill music?
They call it drill.
They got
And
something. Why they calling it trap? So what made them call it trap? They got
well,
something
trap.
called
Well,
trap
well,
music.
trap is really like the dope dealing music. It's
Oh,
rap. It's rap, but they call it trap. But it's like dope. It's like dope boy music. Okay, then you got the drill music. It's like killing and gang banging music.
wow.
Yeah. So you was saying how your grandma, and not just your grandma, my grandma, like all grandmamas. They,
Right.
yeah, they would be like, yeah, you don't want to listen to that. That ain't, what I'm saying, that ain't right to listen to. But if they could hear this music now,
Oh, baby.
you know,
I
if they
think
could,
I think it would be a whole different if they could have just stayed here, it would have been different because they were so instilled into making sure that we be the best that we could be.
exactly.
And they be done whooped a lot of these children.
Hey, yeah, yeah.
They be done whooped them.
yeah, and and I understand it a little bit
Mhm.
because some of these grandmothers, they becoming grandmothers too early. Like they
Very
had
early.
like they might have had their daughter when she was 14.
Right.
So then her daughter have a child when she's 14. So she's 28.
Yeah.
So she ain't ready to, be a grandmother.
And they did that a lot back in the day, but they had husbands at 12. They got married at 12 and 13. So they learned responsibilities. And the way that the system is now, it's no such thing as learning responsibilities because it's just not set up the way all of our ancestors are gone that would teach us. And now the kids' parents are their best friends.
Yeah,
My grandmother, we could be sitting there, and if grown folks talking, she didn't have to do nothing but look at us. We had to go the other way. She didn't
exactly.
even have to say, get up and get out of here. She'd look at us because we know if Miss Johnson came over and she sat down, we ain't got no business sitting there trying to be in their conversation.
You're
So
definitely right.
we don't have that anymore. It
My
just
my
don't.
grandma my grandma got married when she was 15 years old,
You see what I'm
and
saying?
she married a grown man. But
Yeah.
but but
Yeah.
yeah, but the thing about it was this: at 15 years old,
Mm-hmm.
my grandma the oldest child too.
Okay.
But at 15 years old, she
Mm-hmm.
was already groomed to be a woman.
That's right.
Her mama had
That's right.
already, yeah, her mama had already, groomed her to be a
Right.
woman at 15 years old. And
Right.
based on what I know, she was a good wife. So
Right. Yeah, they be young, and the thing was, it had to be marriage. Otherwise, it just wouldn't have. They would have been calling it. I don't know if they would have been doing that back then because so much of that went on. A lot of them married early, and but it was legal. In the eyes of God, it was legal, so it wasn't no issue. But in real life, it just seemed like it was child molestation. You know what I'm
it,
saying? In
that's what
today's
it.
world, it would
Yeah,
have been. Yeah,
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 like it would have been a lot of people locked up.
yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
but but see the thing about it is, I think this what I think. I'm not
Hmm.
sure, but I think it's more or less like this. So back then, like I said, the girls, they were groomed to be women early.
Right, right,
But see,
right,
like the girls now, they're not groomed to be women early.
right,
So, and I
right.
guess that's why they're gonna be like, well, yeah, that is,
True. That's
that's
true.
why, like, even with R. Kelly, see, like back in the day, he probably could have got now because he ain't marrying these girls. So he wouldn't have got away with it. They probably would have locked him up back then too.
Well, see, he married Aaliyah, and she was underage, I believe,
Yeah,
and
I think she was
but
14,
and
15.
and and it was all approved. I mean, they man. Only thing I say is if people now or then even know that in Brazil, the ladies they have to leave home early. They put them out like in their teenage years to learn how to do certain stuff, and over there it would have been legal for him. You know what I'm saying? He could have did all he wanted to over there, but that's crazy. That's neither here nor there. But I didn't have daughters. I thank God. I had boys, and He knew to give me boys.
That's right.
So
Them girls a headache, ain't it?
I heard that they are. Well, it's not so much I heard. I raised my husband's two of his daughters. Jesus, no, it wasn't meant for me.
Yeah,
It was meant for me to have kings, and that's what I have. I have three boys, and they don't play when it come to their mama.
they shouldn't. They should. Yeah, I lost my mom when I was 9, so
Yeah,
my grandma kicked in. So I
that's what grandmothers are for. It's just so great. I look at people now, and they be trying to get their grandbabies, and the daughters don't be wanting them. It's like I couldn't wait till my grandmama had my kids. I'd be gone.
Exactly. Exactly.
But that's good that they're loving them like that. But it's still space for the grandmothers.
Right. Yeah. I tell anybody, you know, and a lot of these kids, they really don't know. So I understand it. But
Right.
when you see them, they disrespecting their mama, they disrespecting their grandmama. You. For me, that's hard to grasp because I promise you, even when I got out and got in the street and started doing what I was doing, look, when I came home, I was smoking cigarettes, I was smoking weed, I was even drinking, you know.
Mhm.
But when I came, I went there cuss around. I've never used profanity around my grandmother. I have never smoked a cigarette around her. I have never drunk nothing around her. And I was look,
That's good
even
training. My boys don't either.
yeah, even after I had got grown,
Hmm.
I still, and yeah, I couldn't do that. So I don't understand, how
Well, see, nowadays, because we don't have our grandparents anymore, it's nobody to teach the youngsters. This is a lost generation we're in now. Because if you see how many kids are dying, it's just so many where
yeah,
they don't even, won't even live to see adulthood. A lot of them, and that means the generation is lost because they have no guidance.
right.
Our grandparents, our ancestors guided us. If we weren't guided, we'd be buck wild too, and some of us probably are. But still, like even now, when it's babies having babies, so if they don't have, if their grandmama gone because Lil John killed her, they doing all of that. And it's the only thing we can do as civilized and human people is just pray for the world. I mean,
That's
really, just pray for the world because it's in a turmoil.
and you definitely right. Let me ask you this: Have you ever done a speaking of prayer? Have you ever done a gospel song?
I did. I have one on my on one of my albums, and it's just basically just thanking God. Saying just thank you, Father, for bringing me in this world, and I thank you, Father, for giving me so much love. I thank you, Father, for your only begotten Son. You sacrificed him so that we'll live eternally. But that's one of them, and it's called Thank You. So
Yeah,
that
I
was one
like
that
that.
I wrote as well. But that was my grandmother's dream. It's for me. And I pray to God. I mean, I know I say every day that, okay, I gotta do this album. I've been saying it for years that I'm gonna do this gospel album, but if the Lord spares my life, I'm gonna get that album done before I leave this earth.
That's what's
I
up.
always promised Mama that I would do a gospel album. Because I mean, I grew up with Shirley Caesar, No Charge. That's still my favorite song. On
Yeah,
Sundays, I had me and Alexa be going at it. I just have a whole Shirley Caesar day.
yeah, yeah. I
Mhm.
like Shirley Caesar too because my grandma loved Shirley,
Yes.
and I yeah. But my favorite gospel song. I don't know whether you ever heard this song before, but it's I give myself away.
Give myself away
Yeah,
so you can use me. I love it.
that's a bad song.
Yes. Oh, it just put you in a floating zone. You just
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just sit there and just kind of just float listening to it. I love it. That's
eh,
about one of my favorite ones too.
yeah. I love
Yes.
that song. If
Oh God. Oh
you
God.
yeah, it
I'm
gonna put you
sorry.
in. It's nah for real though. It's gonna like you. It's gonna mellow you out. You're gonna be like
Yes.
in a zone. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that song.
Mhm.
But when you I'm gonna write you a gospel song. Then you said you're gonna do that album.
Okay.
When you get ready to do that album, I'm gonna write you a gospel song.
All right.
I'm
That
gonna write.
album might be what take me to a whole nother level and off of this situation. I done did enough blues. That's what my grandma would be telling me. She lived. You done did enough blues now. It's time to do a gospel album.
I mean, you can still you can still do like you can still do your blues, but like that
Yeah,
could
you
be like a
can.
trip. Yeah, that could be like a tribute album, to your grandma.
Rance Allen went from blues to gospel. You remember the song many years ago, I belong to you. That was
Yeah,
Rance Allen. Them lyrics all alone. And we thought he was talking about a woman. The man was
yeah,
already singing about gospel, but it was just amazing that since I've been older is when I realized that. I didn't realize it then.
yeah. I
But
didn't, cause
it's
I didn't know that.
yeah, I
I
wanted
thought it.
to. No, I belong to you. Remember that song? It was long, long, many years ago when they was playing it because I was about ninth grade, and I've been out of school 100 years now.
Yeah, but I'm saying I know the song you're talking about, but I thought
Why don't you
it
take
was, that was a
me
one. There was a woman. Well,
where you want me to be? Yeah, that was Rance Allen.
okay,
If I'm not mistaken. I
but
belong to you. You
yeah,
said you thought it was a woman.
no, no, no. I thought they was singing to a woman, but
Right. I'm
yeah,
saying I did too. So maybe I mean it probably was. It probably wasn't a gospel song. I guess I'm just saying it because it was ransacked. And that's what I was trying to say was he had did blues already and he went to gospel like a lot of them
oh,
do.
okay, okay,
But
yeah.
no, the song. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know if the song was talking about a woman or if it was talking about God. I didn't really. I just remembered the song and I used to just like it. And I can't even. I know some of the words in it, but to think about what it was directed to, I'm gonna have to look that up and find out. So we won't
Because
have to be worried about it anymore.
I know a lot of BB and CC songs. Now they could be talking about God, or they could be talking about their significant other. Like, you know,
Right, right.
quite a few of their songs like that. And
Yeah.
you just don't know.
And they start playing them on the R&B stations. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What you think about Kirk Franklin? You like
I
his
think
music?
he's a very talented young man. It's modern music. It's not what I'm used to hymns and choirs but I,
Right.
I think I mean he's a great guy, awesome guy. He's definitely a rich guy.
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely,
Uh,
yeah.
so but he brought it his style of music is what is needed today for our youngsters to even know anything about the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because it's giving them the praises and the stomps and stuff. It's not the hymns that made us sad. It's not
Right.
that he brought it up where it would uplift children. And I kind of like a lot about how the younger churches do things because it is catering to our youth and giving them an opportunity to know the Lord.
Right.
So that's important. I think his music is a great source for this part of the universe now. You know,
Cause music is definitely very powerful. I mean, I know that we was just talking about I give myself away. It'll put you in a certain mood, but if you listen to like just say Tupac, it'll put you in a certain mood. Like music had you listen to the blues, it'll put you like you listen to Mr. Sexy Man, it'll put you in a certain mood.
Uh huh.
That's just the power of music.
Right.
It's gonna move you.
Right.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. And so I think like the rappers, I think they should be more responsible, as far as because if you like I said, that murder music, that drill music, it put these youngsters in a certain mood, you know.
Yeah, and that's the way it's planned.
Exactly. I agree with that.
I think if since Snoop Dogg went through that, I think if they got together and did a coalition, it could change things. It could be better rap, and to it's only to hurt us against each other. That's
Exactly.
what their music is, and it's only for them to still be allowed to carry guns and get away with it.
Exactly.
And
And you
it's not good. But that is what's going to cause a lot of that's what's causing a lot of our kids to die and to be shot and killed because of what somebody else said. You killing people for something that they didn't do.
right.
It's sad. It's so sad in my heart. And I have three sons, and I fought through hell and everybody's high water to keep them out of gangs. I
Yeah.
was gonna have that. I mean, I went up against some guys once where I could have died, and I told them, look, I had them. Y'all not gonna do that. You have to take me.
Yeah.
And to this day, a lot of the kids in Chicago, they be, hey, Miss Travis, I don't be knowing who they are, but I'm sure they remembered that.
Yeah.
I was, those are mine. It's just like when a geese protecting their babies, you ain't even got you don't even know you're in the vicinity of them, and they'll attack you.
That's right.
And that's the way it is. Don't mess with my babies. And they gonna always be my babies, grown or not. They grown, but they gonna still be my babies. So
Exactly.
I did what I could, being a single mom in most cases. I did what I did to keep them breaded. And the baby boy tried to get a little sidetracked, but he's growing up now,
Yeah.
But hey, it's all about trapping these kids now with all of that music. I mean, it was great. What was his name? Curtis Blow. Curtis
Yeah.
Blow did it smooth.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
he did it smooth. So why couldn't it stay that way? Why we got to be on that bitch better have my money? Why?
Yeah.
Why she got to be a bitch?
Yeah. And then
And where she get the money from? If it's hers, why you really got to call her? Yeah,
yeah. Hey, you right though.
I
But you
hate
know
that.
what? What you said is definitely right. If Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube and Puff Daddy and 50 Cent, if they got together, and Jay-Z and
Yeah,
Dr. Dre, if they got together and made a coalition and said, look, we're gonna put a end to this right here, or at least slow it down,
right.
it would definitely slow down. But
And
the reason,
it can still be great rap music, and they can still curse. But
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just saying they shouldn't fight against each other in song. That's hatred. That's not good.
right,
It's not good, and it's going to cause some issues. But just, man, if we could just love one another, we will rule again one day.
yeah,
But like I said, it's designed that way. And until somebody step up, now when people try to step up, you end up with your neck or something cut out. You just never know, because it's such a cruel world now. And I speak my truth. What I say is what I mean, and what I say is what I know. And it's sad to me, but that's why I say I stay here and mind my own business, because they're gonna do what they're gonna do. And if I had any power and any money, I'll always be out trying to help somebody to make a bigger difference in their lives.
right. But I also think that a lot of those guys, I think that if they try to do something like that, the people that are over them,
It would
uh,
probably be a problem.
yeah, they'll pull
Well,
the rug away
especially
from
the
up
way the
under them.
world is now. Whatever opportunities I think that we had in the past are probably trying to be erased now, or they probably are. So we just have to live and continue to put it out there in the universe and pray that that it's a better day.
That's right. And I believe one day it will be, but I don't know when exactly that particular day coming. But I mean, it just gotta get better. So
I would love to see that day. But I
yeah,
mean, if I don't see it in the next 30, 40 years, I guess I won't see it. Look, because I plan to live that long.
yeah, yeah. You gonna see the good thing about another good thing about the blues or just like gospel or country
Mhm.
is this: you can do that until, like, you can do that forever. Like BB King did that, like, but like with rap, you reach a certain age and then people going to try to push you up out of there, and they're gonna be like, well, we don't want to hear that no more. But that's the beautiful thing about genres like the blues. You can do that forever and get paid forever off.
And like you said, it's always that guitar lick. If
I,
they
I
hit the
love,
right lick on that guitar, baby, it's on and
yeah,
popping.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, I love the guitar.
Yeah.
Now that's one reason. Now I love the blues guitar, of course, but that's one reason I can listen to rock and roll, just because of the guitar.
Oh, I love, oh, man, and Mick Jagger,
Yeah, yeah,
baby.
yeah. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I
Man,
love
that's
it.
my love bug. That was my undercover lover. He didn't even, he never knew it.
Yeah. You was crazy about Mick.
Oh my goodness, he just had this thing. You know what? I would see him and Tina Turner, and I just see my face on Tina's face, just doing that rock.
Yeah, yeah. I would
Yeah,
Tina. Is Tina, what's going on? Like, is Tina okay? Because I don't even see her out no more. Last I heard, she
it's
was sick.
good. I did. You can't listen to everything, but she have been ill. But she did her her final tour, and it's on Netflix. I believe, is it Netflix? But she did it, and it was just so awesome. It was sad in a lot of places because she told her side of the story when it came to Ike.
Yeah.
Um, but the great thing about it, she never poured salt on that brother. She just said he needed help, and he did some rough stuff to her. But I just admire her. She has been an idol of mine ever since I was a kid. She and Gladys Knight and Coco, those are my favorite of all times of ever. And she it's like she's still here. She's doing her thing. She's been sick. She's had kidney issues, and her little face and got a little puffy. But when she did that show, it was just awesome. And I was thinking about getting into the Nam Yoho Rengekyo thing, because a lot of people don't realize that it's not like you praising God, like you praising another God. It's like it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing that keeps you. And she was saying that that's what kept her to go through all of the stuff with Ike. Is that she would just go and chant and chant and chant, and it would just
What she
ease her mind.
what she called
It's
it?
Buddhism, but it's not a
Okay.
form of a god.
No, no, no. I actually have studied the meditation aspect of
Yes,
Buddhism,
yes.
you know. And when they the
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
okay, see, so that's vibration, right?
Yeah,
So you raising your vibration, right?
yeah.
And if you raise your if you operating at a higher vibration, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I don't look at, a lot of people look at these other religions and be like, well, no, that ain't. But see, for me, it's like this.
I don't discriminate religions.
Me either.
Mm-mm.
But I understand why people do that. People do that because most people were raised in a Christian, a Southern Christian, Southern Baptist, or something like that home. So they were taught to feel this way or to feel that way about. So, but I don't do that because I got a chance to study several different religions,
Mm-hmm.
and I got my it ain't for me, it ain't about religion, just put it like that. I believe in
Well, the bottom line is the whole reflection is that there is a God.
exactly, that's what it
So
is.
I'm not discriminating with what you're praising, so don't discriminate what I'm praising.
Right.
I listen to a lot of people, and then people get vicious and upset about it. Oh, you shouldn't be. Oh, I ain't eating no pork, and da da da. You shouldn't be eating it. Don't tell me what I don't need to do. I'm not gonna bother you.
That's
Whatever
right.
your
That's
religion
right.
is, I respect that. I
That's
have
right.
sisters that are Jehovah Witnesses. I'm not a Jehovah Witness. I grew up in the Baptist church, but I've studied all kinds from the Holy Quran, all kinds of religions. And the bottom line is the universe is here for you.
That's
And
right.
there is a God.
That's
Where
right.
is he? Is he in the Baptist church? Is he in the sanctified church? Where is he? It's just all about your understanding and your whole clear understanding about what your religion is. That's it. Simple as ever.
That's right.
It's just that simple. There's no sense in you. I just hate for the people that there are some people that don't believe in him, but they got that right too.
See, yeah, and it's a personal, it's your personal,
It's your
you
inner,
exactly. Because I
your
mean,
inner you.
yeah, because even the Bible tell you that the kingdom of God is within you. Also, it says the kingdom of heaven is within you. So it's letting you know it's not in this building over here or this temple over here. It's within you.
That's right.
It's telling you that, you
That's
know.
right. That's right.
But I mean, it's good to hear Tina, that she's okay. But you know who my mama favorite? Well, you say your favorite was Gladys and
Tina,
Tina and who else?
Coco Taylor.
And Coco. My
Mm-hmm.
mama was crazy about Shaka.
Shaka Khan.
Yeah, my mama was crazy. My mama was crazy about Shaka, and on the men's side, she was crazy about Prince. She was crazy about
Yeah,
Prince.
two greats, two
Yeah,
great
yeah.
greats.
And you know what? You ever heard of Mickey Howard?
Oh my God. Have
I'm
I
a
heard of Mickey? I was with Mickey year before last.
you was
We were at Melba Moore's birthday party. Joe Jackson was there, and shit, who else? What? Shirley Ralph? You know, I hadn't seen a long time, and she was there. What was her name? Rona, the one that had the. She used to have a television show. I'm looking at her face, Lord.
she was a
Was
singer.
it Rona? No, she always wore short hair. She had a television. She had a talk show. She was there. I mean, everybody in the name of the name. Mickey was there. I got a chance to sit.
Did
Mickey went through some rough times too.
that's
Bless her
what I
heart.
that's
She's
what I was
still as
about.
beautiful as ever.
But that's what I was about to say. Did you see the Mickey Howard story? I just seen it like last week.
Oh, I wish. What is on Lifetime?
Uh
I'm gonna try and catch it.
I
I would
I,
love to
I
see it.
know I want to say it's on Netflix.
Okay. Okay.
The Mickey Howard story. And I'm not don't hold me to that because it was just on TV and I was like, Mickey Howard.
Yeah.
So I sat and watched it. And this would made me bring it up, right? Because I just brought up my mama's favorite singer, who was Shaka. And the way Shaka was portrayed on there. But I'm just gonna,
I'll check it
so
out. You know, it's gonna always be a difference. That's why Tina was able to tell the rest of her story because a lot of that stuff she said wasn't true
okay.
in the What's Love Got to Do with the movie.
Oh, okay. And Gerald, the portrayal of Gerald Levert in there too. I mean, you just gotta watch it. Cause she used to go with Gerald.
I know.
And
That was her go-to anytime.
yeah, but that was
But
crazy.
you know, people put stuff in, like I said, once again, it's just like even with the rap thing, it's just what they're portraying. It's what they want.
Right.
Not the people particularly, but those people that are in higher positions.
Right. You definitely right.
Yeah.
You
They'll
know,
give it a good look and then they'll turn around and make you look bad as hell.
yeah. Cause they doing KOs like that. They doing R. Kelly like that.
Man, they just got it in for him because looking at the higher superiors, how they got away with so much stuff. And this is
exactly.
one man that ain't got shit left of his life. And you
And
want to dig him a grave in jail.
but you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about R. Kelly though? That you remember when they got him like 20 years ago?
That was his time to walk.
They had him, look, they had him dead right. They had him on tape. They let him go though. Now, this is the only thing I say about R. Kelly. So, okay, you said that wasn't you or whatever. Okay, cool. But at that point, I'm gonna go sit down. I'm just I just gotta go sit down. I just gotta go, and in this particular situation, he's saying he didn't do it. He's innocent. But I don't, like you said, I think they got it in for Kelly. I really do. I think he done
Well, like
pissed
I
somebody
said,
off.
first opportunity was there. And sometimes we just have to pay attention and take heed because once bitten, twice shy. Sometimes you got some people that are escaped 3 times, 4 times, 5, 10 times. But when it
Yeah,
comes to us, it's not going to happen unless you tie it in with the tie-in. And
exactly.
he's been there, and the only thing I say, my sadness to him is the fact that he had issues growing up. So that's what makes me sensitive about the whole situation. But if you do wrong, you have to pay. You have to pay the piper.
Exactly.
You still have to pay, and especially when you've had an opportunities before. I don't ever want to see anybody locked up in jail. I don't think
Right.
that's a good place for anyone. I pray to God I don't ever end up in there.
Right.
But I just I just say once you got away, you should have just stayed away.
Right.
You should have went and got help then. If you know you had molestation problems, then go and get you some help. Go and speak about it. You got enough money to do tours and speaking about the molestation and why you felt like you had to do this to different women and stuff. But that's a way to
Exactly.
get out of it. Is to admit it and just go on and just be prepared to see that your life is not going to be the same.
Exactly.
And
Let
being
me
in
ask,
jail is definitely not go. Okay.
let me ask you this. Okay, so we just went through the pandemic, right? Well, we still, you know what? We still sort of in the pandemic, but they just ain't shut
The
everything.
pandemic is coming all over again. They got
Yeah.
the Delta now. The
Yes.
Delta is coming, and these people think this thing is a joke, and they don't want to get shots. But I remember when we had to get vaccination shots. I still got a mark to show it. But
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
You think they're gonna
So
you think they're gonna shut things down again?
it's getting ready to. They've already shut Albany down because I got had a gig to be canceled. Yes, they shutting it down now because it's rising because people are not getting them, and the people that are not getting the shots, they're just going on every day without a mask because they're asymptomatic and they not, it's not going to be effective to them, but they're affecting the rest of the world that has problems, and that they need to go on and take their vaccinations.
Right. I done actually started back wearing my mask because I had stopped,
Me too.
but when that Delta strand when it I said no, I'm gonna go back to the basics, because I know 4 people right now that is suffering from they shut in,
I know a
from
few
COVID.
that's fighting for their lives.
See, so yeah,
But see, and then it's the youngsters that are not wearing their mask, but they need to mask up too. I told my son them, you ought to know exception because even though they came from a good bread, but still, if there's something wrong, we would know that it's wrong. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Until that, but in the meantime, protect yourself. I had my shot, but I feel a little pain where the shot was sometimes, like a tender nerve or something. But I don't even let it bother me because whenever I got to leave here, I got to go, and that's with anybody.
that's right.
I ain't
You're
trying to
definitely right.
leave today, tomorrow, next year, year after, none of that. I'm still trying to be here.
That's
So,
right.
but in the meantime, if they go on and get the vaccinations and stuff, a lot of people will stay around, and a lot of them will probably leave too if they have conditions. And that's the whole thing. It's like a Russian roulette.
Mm, it definitely is. So
That's what I think.
you said one of your shows have been canceled.
Yeah, because they were saying that the officials are shutting it down because there's so many cases. I was just told, was that today or last night, that is somewhere where they had, I think it's Jackson. They had 600 something cases yesterday.
And it might be.
Six
I ain't.
hundred and something.
Yeah.
Not 600, was it 6,900?
It,
6,900
it
people.
I'm telling you, it might be because like I said, I know 4 people right now. You know what I'm saying? That's and I, so that's definitely possible. So that's why I say I
I
just,
just stay in the house. When I don't have to go out, I don't. It's a sad world, but you still try to live it.
what you might need to do, is crank up like on IG, or you could just do live performances sometime right there, or or or
I
or
thought
or
about doing
or
that, but
or, or better yet, or OnlyFans, because that way your fans can literally pay for your live performances. You see what I'm saying? They could
yeah, I thought about
or
that.
Patreon,
I
huh?
did that a little bit before the pandemic. If it gets back that bad, then I will, because that was one reason why I sometimes it's not good to always post your stuff if you're performing because people don't want to pay to come and see you.
Okay, see that's
They'll
why.
get used to you like that. But I think I can probably do a corner and talk to them. Just talk to them. I'm telling you, I got so much stuff in here, to talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Talk about until I never run out. And then when I feel like I'm running out, something else gonna come to me, or I start another conversation of something that I don't even know nothing about. But
Right.
that's the way I teach.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah,
that would even be a
it's getting ready to rain. Oh,
that
it is
would
raining.
that would even be a good idea.
Hmm.
Because a lot of people would like to listen to you because like see you got a story to tell, but you not only a story, you also got a legacy. You see what I'm saying? So people would definitely love to hear from you for real. You know,
Hmm. Well, it's
without a
something
doubt.
to consider. I be busy a lot
Yeah,
because I
but
got
I'm
my little
saying if
studio set up now and
you got
trying
what
to do some stuff. My little studio.
do you?
Yeah. I don't know how to work anything. I got my keyboard. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, do you don't know how to work your studio?
No.
You got somebody that do.
I've never had to be the technical person for anything. I was just grabbing the mic, going on, baby, and going on about my business, merchandise being sold, all that stuff. But now I think I need to, because I have time. I don't have a lot of time on my hand now because I'm putting my 35th year anniversary together. But after that, I plan, like in the winter, to just smoothly learn how to work it and learn how to use it and get everything I need. It's a little small studio, but I'll be able to work with it for what I need.
Right,
And I got a lot of hit records in me. I just haven't put them to use because I'm busy working a lot. And
right,
then the songs, if I didn't do those songs, that's why I say you don't get to hear other stuff that you perform, because you only have so much time on the show. And then it's what they want to hear. Like I said, I'm getting ready to just try some other stuff that I've got already done on several albums of songs that I like.
right,
Step
right,
out and do something different. 'Cause somebody hollered out for a song the other night, and I was like, I could have did it, but I didn't do it because I still had the show already set. So, but I added it back in my songs last night, and there's a couple of others that I want to add from another album. So,
that's what's up. That's
yeah.
so that's when is your next date?
Friday, I'll be doing a private party in Fort Lauderdale, and it's a Hawaiian luau.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm getting my little shingy dingy together.
Yeah, you be jamming too. You be
Thank
jamming.
you,
Yeah,
thank you.
you be jamming. That's what's
That's
up.
all in the spirit. It's just when you do what you love doing and you feel it. That's what makes it great, because you stretch out beyond yourself. Sometimes I be surprising myself
Yeah,
when certain things occur. 'Cause my mind just be going, and I'll just do something out of nowhere, and people just love it. And I'll be like, okay, I'll keep this, and don't even realize that I was doing it for that. It's just your body language, I guess. It just does its thing.
right. Yeah, like that music. Like I said, it moves you right, and
Yeah,
it's
no
in
doubt.
in 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 in, in, in music is in the moment, especially like live music when you performing live. Because I used to rap back in the day, and I have
Mhm.
performed live. So when you performing live, yeah, it's a lot different than when you just, you know what I'm saying, and
Right,
especially when you performing in front of people,
right.
they'll bring out, you know what I'm saying, different aspects of you, you
Hmm.
know, yeah, you be willing to give them, more of what you. But I ain't performed a rap in years, but I used to though. I used to try to rap.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's why when I hear the rap now, I don't put the youngsters down because like we were saying earlier, I think it's some bigger. It's a
I
it's
don't I don't put them down either. But one thing I can say about them, they get that money.
Oh yes, they definitely get the money.
They get that money. Everybody don't have opportunities like that, but it's just something about them. I guess they should get it because it could be danger in their situation, but they get their money and they're business minded like that, and I like that. I
Yeah,
like that about them.
yeah,
Yeah.
they definitely get the money, but it is a lot to go with it because in the last year or 2 years, if you just look at how many rappers done got killed and how many of them locked up, it's crazy, you know.
Hmm. It's
So,
sad.
yeah, it's crazy. Have you ever had anybody to rap on one of your tracks? If you haven't, you might need to try that.
I got something coming for you, baby.
You
Already.
okay? Yeah. I mean, that'll be
Got a
a
rap
good.
on that one and got one on one I did some time ago. I got there's a rap remix to Slappy Weaver.
Is it? I gotta
Hmm.
go check. I gotta go check that out. I
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
it's on YouTube. It's got a rap in it, and the one I just finished that I'm getting ready to do a video on. Uh, it's a rap in it too. Black Zach rapping in it.
Okay. Let
Yeah,
me let me ask you this. So the line dance, to, Mr. Sexy Man, who came up with that?
a guy in North Carolina, Sir James. Sir James.
Sir Zane.
Yeah,
Okay, I like that. I
yeah,
like
he
that
came
joint.
up with that. And the somebody steppers came up with the bag it up one. They're out of North Carolina as well.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I ain't gonna hold you too long because I know you're a busy woman, but it's been a
Yes,
pleasure
been
and
a
it's been
great
an
2 hours.
honor. Yeah. But it's been I look, I enjoy
It's
having
been
you on
pretty
here.
interesting. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I
And
thank you for having me.
yeah, and hopefully we'll get you on here again when you got some free time. But I appreciate you, and it's been a pleasure, and it's been an honor. Y'all, this is Miss Nellie Tiger Travis. Y'all go check her videos out on YouTube. She got some great songs, and if y'all from the South, Midwest, I know y'all. You know what I'm saying? When they play her music, I already know everybody getting up because that's how it is. Like,
I got a lot of family in Jackson too.
do you?
Yes, I will be in Jackson the weekend of the 24th, 25th, and 6th. 26th we'll be doing our family reunion.
Okay,
So, yep, I'll
that's
be around.
okay. That's what's up. Cause that's where I'm at in Jacktown, in
Hmm.
Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah. I
But it's
went
been
to school, I think, in Brandon at 2. I think I left there and moved to Mount Bayou at the age of 6 for my first grade. That's what I remember.
okay. Yeah,
Got
I
a
know
lot
what
of family in
I know.
Jackson.
I know what Brandon at. I know exactly what
Mhm.
Brandon at. I know what Mount Bayou at also.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Well, it's been a great pleasure, and I got to continue on. Look like it's trying to rain out here, but this sugar ain't gonna melt today because I got some things I got to do.
all right, Queen. Take
All
care.
right.
Salute.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Goodbye for
Thank
now.
you.